use random forest to train the data.
I mean, the other thing it might be worth looking at is did I send you a copy of the previous theses that people have worked on this? Because they would have come across exactly the same problem, where there's a little bit more data, but they were working on a very similar data set. So it might be that you've got. Did I give you? I can't remember what was his name. The guy who did this last year.
This one.
Yeah, Prosper. Now he would have had exactly the same problem. So it might be that I can't remember what technique he used, but it might be that you can reuse some of his techniques.
He didn't write Python code to build a model, just use some machine learning model built in Weka application. He just use this and to generate the result.
Right. So does it tell you? Let's make a note. Docs. Right. Okay. So what is it today? 26, isn't it? So you're using Weka instead then? You're using random forest, did you see? Random
forest.
Does it tell you, what does it tell you about the data? Does it give you, I mean, is it at the stage where you can make useful predictions, or?
He classifies the different field of scientists.
Yeah. I mean, if you search for forest, it might be that he did use random forests, or he used. I know he used are you still using a decision tree, or?
I use a decision tree.
So I know the first thing is that's the right sound. To check if Prosper used decision. I'm not sure what he used. You could find out, couldn't we?
He used a logistic regression, I think. And the data clustering.
Right. It probably doesn't say what kind, because I mean there's hundreds of techniques for data clustering, isn't there? Does he say what? Anyway, I mean, don't worry about that now. So, what does the random forest tell you? The random forest technique, does it tell you anything interesting? Was it able to draw any interesting conclusions?
The predict result is better than the logistic regression.
Okay. So it gives you a more sensible result. What does it allow you to conclude anything about the? Does it allow you to say which factors predict whether someone will have an article or not?
The important factor is different from the result of logistic regression. In logistic regression, the most important factor is gender, but in random forest, the most important feature is the elected elected in.
Yeah. Or the year that they're elected is the most important predictor of whether they'll have a page or not.
Mm. It just compare the different feature, and this feature importance just tell me the elected in this feature is more important.
Right. Does it
than
tell you
others.
what the second most important feature is, or is it
Just compare the number. The second larger is citation count.
Okay, so that's interesting. So the year that they're elected in, what does it doesn't tell you what year. It just says so if given a year, I can't say this person was elected in this year, so therefore the chance they'll have an article is this much.
No.
No. It's just the fact that when they were elected is a factor, but it doesn't tell you what that factor is.
But I can use the Tableau to compare the feature.
That'd be useful. Sorry, I got woken up very early this morning. Difficult to sleep when it's so hot.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for the next week? So actually, I'm not here for the next two. One thing we need to figure out is I'm not here for. So I'm not here next Friday. Hang on. I'm not sure about next Friday. I might be able to do something via Skype. Have you got Skype or similar?
Actually, no, I don't have. Okay.
What do you use for video conferencing?
I can download the scan and register.
I'll just put my. So I'm not sure about next week. I am here, but I might not be here. We might have to meet remotely. So what I should do is. Where's my document gone? Too many tabs open. No, that one's in it. Next meeting is 1st of August, did I say? Next week is the 2nd of August. I'm not actually back until the 26th. Is that right? Is that a bank holiday? It's a bank holiday. Yeah, I'm not back until the 27th. Are you here until when do you need to hand in?
The 1st of September.
Right, okay. So you're going to hand in on the 1st of September then?
But I didn't buy the ticket.
Okay. Did I say the date was? Just close some of these windows down. Too much going on here. So I'm back on the 27th. I mean, if you wanted to leave on the... Is submission, do you have to submit online or is it done in person? So it could be that you submit, so will you be in China after the 1st? So I think when is the deadline? The 8th?
7th.
It's the 7th. So if you wanted to go back, I could still give you written feedback after the 1st. And I think, as you said, it's a problem with your tenancy, your rent. Is that right? Do you get kicked out of where you're living at the end of the month?
Yeah.
At the end of August. So we should probably arrange to meet that week, face to face, and probably maybe even twice. Especially if you're going back on the 1st, because we'll have a lot of catching up to do. I can give you written feedback after the 1st, and maybe even through Skype or something similar. I think, does Skype get blocked in China?
No, I can use.
Can you? Is it possible? Do VPNs get around these things, or I never really understood how the firewall works. Is it? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
It's not illegal to buy a VPN to visit Google, but
Right.
I can build a VPN to visit it.
Right. So you make your own VPN, effectively. And it's much harder for them to block homemade VPNs because they're much harder to identify, whereas a VPN service, it's obvious that it's a VPN service, so they know that it's VPN. Is that right? Yeah. So, I mean, I'd say leave Manchester when's convenient for you. Let's arrange. Let's put in. Let's put in a meeting for the. When is just check when the bank holiday Monday is? I think it's the 26th. Yeah, it's the 26th. So the earliest we could meet would be the Tuesday. Do you want to say? What I'm going to be doing. So we could meet on the Tuesday, say at, should we say 3 o'clock on the Tuesday the 27th, would that be okay?
Okay.
I know that's a long time. Just in case we can't, I mean hopefully we'll meet next Friday as well, but just in case we can't, let's put it in the diary now. You, Tom. I'll put you on there so you've got the details.